Food insecurity is defined by the USDA as a household level economic and social condition of limited or uncertain access to adequate food. To understand the expanse of this issue on a national level, in 2019, 10.5% of US households were food insecure. On a state level, 1 in 8 Idahoans, or 13.2%, are food insecure. We should care about this issue because not only in education has food insecurity been associated with poor academic performance, but has consistently been linked to poor mental health, chronic disease morbidity, and mortality. In the population of college students have consistently presented higher rates of food insecurity compared to their non student households, with one study showing a 12.5% difference. This is because college students often work part or full time in the service industry, they don't qualify for federal food assistance programs, and or they have a lower food literacy. Prior to the pandemic, a study found that 42.3% of all Idaho State University students were food insecure. A follow up study funded by Idaho State University's honors program is currently awaiting IRB approval to measure the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on food insecurity among the ISU population. Idaho State University already supports the initiatives of Bengal Meal Share and Benny's Pantry. Benny's Pantry is an on campus food pantry which exclusively serves the staff, students, and faculty of Idaho State University. For a project overview, the proposed intervention is a campus community garden, or Benny's Garden. This project aims to support the already established program of Benny's Pantry by increasing access to fresh produce and thus increasing food security. It additionally will provide the opportunity for hands-on interdisciplinary education, increased nature engagement, and increased awareness of social inequality. The goal is to have 6 raised garden boxes that produce 500 pounds of produce to be distributed through Benny's Pantry. In collaboration with Benny's Pantry, these are the produce listed that will be grown. We have a picture here of our model project that has currently been planted. And for stakeholders and planting partners, there's the opportunity for the Adopt the Garden program. This is where stakeholders will be donating time and materials. Some potential partners that have expressed interest are listed here. For the project management will be an interdisciplinary collaboration among the ISU community, including those student organizations, faculty, and administration. Materials needed are listed here, and the personnel in order to manage the project will be managed through individual volunteers, student organizations, and even a paid CPI position. And in accordance to literature review and previous programs, in order to curb the obstacle of graduating students and thus volunteer turnover, a paid program manager position would be a necessity in order to maintain the volunteer schedules as well as an adherence to the watering, harvesting, and distribution schedules. In order to evaluate this program, a pre and post food frequency questionnaire survey will be distributed. And in order to collect quantitative data, the produce will be weighed prior to the distribution. The estimated cost is $3,000, and the potential resources for or that will be time and material in-kind donations. For a project timeline, we're currently in the planning stage, organizing and outlining infrastructure for short-term construction and the long-term management. This includes making schedules for volunteers and watering and distribution. The current model project is also currently underway and it'll be used to gain support for the further implementation of a larger, more permanent project. In the approval stage, a proposal will be needed for any modifications to the campus landscape. At this point, the IRB survey will also be needed. For the structure building, the primary use of funds and personnel support will be devoted to the implementation of the project, as this is where the majority of funds will be used due to the majority of time and resources being used. Once the infrastructure is in place, it will be an annual cycle of planting, maintenance, harvest, and distribution.